proud that in my years as mayor, I have seen this kind of unity. From grassroots groups like the Street Warriors, to block watches and countless calls to anonymous tip lines, Newarkers are standing up. Newarkers are rising to the challenge. And because we are rising, because every week our headlines are not saturated with the blood of our citizens. We already now have 52% down on shootings year to date. Because we are rising, our city is changing its reputation and becoming more and more a place inhospitable to the level of crime once associated with our great city. Because we are rising, our police director is now visited and called and asked for help by police departments all over the country. And they ask, how is Newark seeing such a dramatic reduction in shootings and murders? How are you doing it? 3 years in a row. Well, there are answers, and they range from police strategies to community investments. But I sum it all up simply saying, we Newarkers are rising. Rising to the challenge and rising with a clarity of purpose. These bricks are laden with heroes who every single day rise. Uriel Ocasio, an aide to Councilman Payne, was eating at Andros Diner. When he came out, he found himself in the middle of an armed attack. His friend was shot twice and killed on the spot. He was shot 3 times in the face, in the chest, in the arm. Yet with these wounds, he still managed to wrestle his assailant to the ground, pinning him until police could arrive. Seriously wounded, he fought through his injuries, healing his body with a spirit that was never broken. I'm proud that Uriel went back to work for the city, but not as a councilman's aide. He joined the Newark Police Academy and is now a special police officer protecting the streets of Newark. When I stood over his bed and I tried to comfort him, his eyes gave me the comfort. I saw his determination. I saw his grit. I saw his spirit proclaim, I will rise. And Al Tariq Anquay is another city employee. However, years ago, he was in prison. For 6 years, he served behind the brick and bars of a state penitentiary for his crimes. When he came out, as the easy temptations of the street called at him again, he was walking with a friend, and after a little girl passed his way, the friend leaned over and told him, hey, that girl, who he didn't know or recognize, that girl was his daughter. That was a moment that changed his life. Al Tariq went on not only to turn his life around, but to start one of Newark's most successful grassroots anti-violent organizations called Stop Shooting. Stop Shooting mentors youth and empowers them to succeed. He started Stop Shooting in the same neighborhood that watched his arrest and his incarceration. I know I wasn't there, but I'm telling you right now, I believe that when Al Tariq saw his beautiful little girl, who he did not know before, that he swore an oath that for her, for his city, for his child, he would rise. And all over our city, there is a rising going on. Not just the bricks and mortar of new buildings and new homes, but the spirit of Newark, a spirit of hope, a spirit of faith, a spirit of praise and determination is rising. Crumbling schools built before the 1900s, yearning to be replaced. In those schools, there are teachers who reach into their own pocket to buy school supplies. They stay late and tutor. They arrive early to prepare. They look at each and every one of their kids, no matter what their background or home situation, and say, you will rise, you will rise, you will rise. There is a 7-year-old child right now in the South Ward. His hopes are unleashed. His dreams are ablaze. His vision of the possible has been expanded past that of his ancestors, because now there is a black man in the White House by the name of Barack Obama. His mama doesn't need to ask him what he will be when he grows up. She can see it in her eyes. He will rise, he will rise, he will rise. There is a man in the Central Ward who works a full day and overtime. His arms are weary from work. His face and his clothes are dirty. He doesn't go home to lie on the couch and turn over the TV. I know this guy. He goes to Hank Aaron Field to coach other people's children. Each one, he insists at the core of his being, as they shag his pop flies, they will rise, they will rise, they will rise. On their knees, in the darkness of tomorrow morning, I promise you, there will be a senior citizen in our city. She may be the deaconess in her church or a tenant officer. She may be a graduate of our Senior Citizen Police Academy or raising her grandchildren's. She will be bowed down in prayer. She has seen a world. We will endure depression. She has seen a world war. She has seen the depths of sexism and racism, confronted bigotry and hate. But she knows God is not finished with her yet. She has work to do for her family, for her building, for her church, for her city. She will get up off her knees from prayer before the morning sun appears in the sky. She will rise, she will rise, she will rise. This is the spirit of Newark. Like Jonah in the whale, like Joseph cast into the pit of death, like Daniel in the lion's den, with faith as our fuel, with gut full of grit, we will rise, we will rise, we will rise. We have more mountain to climb, Newark. And it is the rough side that we must go up. But we have our ancestors at our back. Angels are forming our wing, and our destiny calls us from the mountaintop. I can hear it. So believe me, Newark, we will rise. This will not be an easy journey. There will be pain and there will be sacrifice. Skeptics and cynics will gather like vultures, telling us what we can't do. But we will prove them wrong again and again and again as we rise, as we rise, as we rise. Listen to me, Newark. America needs our example now. They will be yearning for our light and hungering for our hope in the darkness of this economic crisis. And through our collective work, we will challenge them to look towards the eastern skies, because America's third oldest city, Newark, New Jersey, is going to rise. So Maya Angelou, take us home. Take us home, Maya. They may write about Newark in their newspapers with bitter, twisted lies. They may trot us in the very dirt, but like dust, Newark will rise. They may shoot us with their words. They may cut us with their eyes. They might try to kill us with their hatefulness. but still like air, Newark will rise.